Hello everybody, yo soy Lorena and today we're going to learn about Pretérito Perfecto Compuesto. Okay, so before we do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of our updates. Well, save this video for future references, grab a seat and take notes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Your getaway to recent past actions is the Pretérito Perfecto Compuesto, or in English we will call it present perfect tense, okay? It is a fundamental aspect of Spanish that helps us talk about actions that have occurred recently or have relevance to the present. In English, it's similar to saying I have done or we have eaten, okay? So in today's video, we'll break down how to use this tense, when to use it, and of course, I'm going to provide you with some examples. So let's start with what is the Pretérito Perfecto Compuesto. As I've told you, it is used to describe actions that have been completed at some point in the recent past and often have some connection to the present. It is a great tense for talking about experiences, achievements, or actions that matter right now. For example, he terminado mi tarea. I have finished my homework. So, in this sentence, the action of finishing the homework is in the past, but it is relevant to the future right now. He terminado mi tarea. Now, here I want to tell you something. In Mexican Spanish, this tense is not very common. We don't use it very much. We use it in very specific situations. So in this case, he terminado mi tarea. In Mexican Spanish, we will not say it like that. We will just use past simple. We would say terminé mi tarea. Okay, but it is important because of course we use it, but in some specific context. Not as in Spanish from Spain, for example, they use it very often. Let's see how to conjugate it, okay? We're going to need two parts of the verb. The auxiliary, the verb haber, and then the past participle, okay? So the auxiliary, we're going to conjugate it, okay? We're going to match it with the person. So let's see how to conjugate it. Yo he, tú has, él ha, nosotros hemos, and ustedes han. That's the auxiliary. Then after the auxiliary, we're going to use the past participle. We have plenty of videos talking about past participle, but just remember that the past participle is of the main verb, and we're going to change the ending, okay? For example, if the verb ends in AR, we're going to change it to ADO. So, for example, hablado. If the verb ends in ER or IR, we're going to change it to IDO and it will be comido, vivido, okay? This is the main sentence, but we're only going to change it as the past participle, but the verb that we will conjugate is the auxiliary haber. For example, he hablado con mi jefe sobre el proyecto. Hemos comido en este restaurante muchas veces. We're going to match the verb haber, and then the participle, we're not going to match it. It's just the past participle. Before we continue, let's do our daily practice, shall we? Hello guys, this is a quick reminder that our favorite language learning app has changed its name. Now you can find it as Learn. So go right now to your App Store or Play Store, type Learn, and you're going to find it right away, okay? So remember, Learn. Now download it and you can start learning multiple languages. You can learn Spanish, French, even German. So what are you waiting? Download Learn right now.
Okay, but how can you ask them about their food preferences? Let's take a look. When asking about someone's food preferences, you can ask ¿tú comes? Followed by the food. ¿Tú comes pollo? Means, do you eat chicken? Here tú comes means, do you eat? And pollo is chicken.
Okay, so first we need to translate to Spanish. Do you eat nachos with salsa?
¿Tú comes nachos con salsa?
Okay, now match the following. I eat would be
Yo como.
You eat would be
Tú comes. ¿Tú comes pollo? ¿Tú comes pollo?
okay, so true or false. Tú comes nachos means do you eat nachos? Perfect. Now translate to Spanish. Do you eat a sandwich?
¿Tú comes un sándwich?
Perfect. Now drag the images into the correct buckets and we have a soup,
Sopa.
a sauce,
Salsa.
and a chicken.
Pollo.
Perfect. Now we're gonna listen and translate. So, do you eat jalapenos would be,
Yo como jalapeños.
or,
¿Tú comes jalapeños? ¿Tú comes jalapeños?
perfect.
Did you notice? By simply removing the question mark from ¿Tú comes pollo?, the sentence switches from a question to a statement, completely altering its meaning.
Okay, so we need to translate this sentence. Tú bebes soda sin hielo.
Tú bebes soda sin hielo.
Perfect. There you go, guys, and in only 2 minutes you learned a lot of Spanish today. So we would use the Pretérito Perfecto Compuesto to talk about recent actions, okay, when actions have passed recently. For example, he perdido las llaves, he llegado tarde a la reunión, or we're also going to use it to describe life experiences, okay? This one is perfect for discussing what you have or haven't done in your life up to now. And this one, this used to describe life experiences, this is a very common use in Spanish, in Mexican Spanish. This one, we do use it a lot, okay? For example, ¿alguna vez has viajado a Japón? Nunca he visto una película tan emocionante. Okay, so these examples are very good for describing the use of this tense in Mexican Spanish, okay? Okay, we also are going to use this tense for news or announcements. Okay, we use it to share news or updates, especially when the information is still relevant. This one we use it in Mexican Spanish. El presidente ha anunciado nuevas medidas económicas. Hemos decidido mudarnos a otra ciudad. Now, I want to share with you some common mistakes and some tips, okay? So you can wrap it up a little bit. So, one common mistake is confusing the pretérito perfecto compuesto with the simple past, okay? So remember, one, the compuesto, is used when the actions are connected to the present, okay? Or are still relevant. The pretérito simple, or the indefinido, it's like when things are over. For example, ayer he ido al cine, that's incorrect because that is over. So we would say, ayer fui al cine. That's correct. So, as a tip for you, if you're mentioning a specific time in the past, like yesterday or last week, we're going to use simple past. If you're talking about an action without a specific time, then you can use the pretérito compuesto. Okay, so I want to do a little activity, okay? I would like you to listen to a story. And I want you, this is a business story, okay? So it's related to business. So I want you to spot some business words. I also want you to spot what type of past are we using. And I want you to try the shadowing technique, which means I'm going to speak, you pause it, and you repeat, okay? Here you're going to have subtitles in both English and Spanish, so it would be easier for you, okay? Okay, so let's see how it goes. Hace unos años comencé mi carrera como director de una empresa farmacéutica. Desde entonces he implementado diversas estrategias para mejorar la calidad y eficiencia de nuestros procesos. En los últimos meses hemos logrado reducir el costo de calidad por lote gracias a nuevas herramientas y metodologías. El año pasado, cuando volví a la empresa después de un tiempo fuera, me di cuenta que había muchas áreas que necesitaban atención. Por eso, he trabajado junto a mi equipo para establecer indicadores de rendimiento clave. Además, hemos creado un sistema de monitoreo en tiempo real que nos permite identificar problemas de calidad de manera inmediata. Hace poco presenté un informe a la junta directiva sobre el impacto de nuestras iniciativas. Han quedado muy impresionados con los resultados y han decidido apoyar aún más nuestros proyectos para el próximo año. And that's a wrap for today's lesson, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell us if you want to see some other topic. Okay, remember to go and watch our other videos. Yo soy Lorena, and I'll see you the next one. Nos vemos en el próximo video. Adiós.